Hey guys, welcome to Coffee Chalk with Dion. I'm an independent Chalk Couture designer, and today we're going to be chalking something and inking something. So I'm going to just share this to my group for a moment here. So if you're just hopping on, please say hello and let me know where you're viewing from. I'm just sharing this over to my VIP group. If you are not in my VIP group, it is a free group where I share ideas, inspiration, and insider information. Okay, I just shared that over. If you need information about my VIP group, type VIP group in the comments. Hello, Bill. And I will get you that information via Messenger, or I will drop a link in the, I could do that now, I guess. Drop a link in the live so that you guys can log into my actually, it's in the description. The link to the VIP group is in the description of this video, so you can get that there. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to chalk a cute, adorable little bunny on our 5x7 box frame. We used 5x5 box frames the other day. Billy, come on. I'm also doing a bunny. We're going to do this short bunny with a little pattern over it. So it's another 2-layer bunny. And we're going to do that on this box frame. And we're also going to do this transfer, Fierce and Fabulous, on a t-shirt. So these are our projects for tonight that I'm going to do with you guys. So let's see. The first thing that you need to do with this frame is wax it. Any type of wood surface or painted surface, you want to wax your surface before you use it. This is the Chalk Couture surface wax. It's odorless and clear. I've used it many times before, and I usually wax in the grain of the wood. So this grain goes back and forth. Why is my watch going crazy? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna put some wax on here so my transfer doesn't stick and pull up the wood of the frame. So I've got some wax on there. Just gonna give it a little buff. Close that up. We do sell bunny cutouts that go along with the bunny patterns, because this is a, I think it came like this, something like that. Anyway, this is the whole transfer that you get. It's called Bunny Duo. This bunny is too tall to stand up in the frame. His ears would get cut off. So we're going to do the smaller bunny, like that. Let me put my glasses on so I can get this lined up, because he actually just fits in this frame. We're going to fuzz him first. If you do not have our fuzzing cloth, you can use your t-shirt or a hand towel, bath towel, because it is terry cloth. This side is terry cloth, the other side is microfiber. And he has little specks in him too. So when we chalk him, there's going to be like little speckles all through his little body, so, or her. And I'm just going to line this up as best I can. I know the tail has to go right to the edge, but I don't want it going up the edge. So that looks good on that side. And this should be good. I'm going to take my small squeegee and use one end of it just to press this down, make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Oopsie. There's such a large screen, I was getting a little overzealous here with my pulling. Okay, the nose is going to go right to the edge of the frame. The tail is right at the edge, and the nose kind of goes up a little bit. You know what? We're going to move him over. Let me move him over a little bit more if I can. The bunny cutout that goes along with him does actually fit in this frame. You can set him in, or her. It. Just want to make sure I have enough room. I don't want to go up the side of the frame because then your paste won't be, it will clump. I did this earlier to check to make sure it would fit, and I don't know why I'm having trouble right now getting a smooth line. There we go. Let me do this more gently this time so I don't pull my transfer up. And I'm just squeegeeing over this to get this to not have bubbles in it. That nose really does go right to the edge. Let me just go over this one more time, make sure there's no bubbles. And you can see that the nose goes right to the edge. Can you see? I don't know. And the tail goes right to the edge. I'm going to use the bright white chalk paste. And we're going to just give it a little mix, see how my consistency is, because this one is running very low. And it looks pretty good. I'll do a little spritz of water. But it really did look pretty good. Now when you're doing a surface that has this big, huge open pattern in it, you do want to make sure that you start in one area, or really from the center, and pull out so that this doesn't move. So I'm going to actually use the big one. I'm going to take some on my squeegee, and I'm going to start from the center and just lightly apply outward because I don't want him to move. So now the paste will act as a glue, and he should be fine. He should cover fine, I hope. I'm hoping these edges don't get too messed up because they are right on the edge of the frame. And I have used a little more paste than I had to, but I wanted to make sure that he did adhere without moving. Get that nose. All right, now we're going to squeegee off the excess, all that I had on there. We're just going to take that right back off, put it in the jar. Squeegee off and put it back because you don't want to lose that. This stuff lasts forever. I've had this one since July. I'm just going to lightly go over this. I don't want... Now where I pulled up the transfer earlier, it may be like a bubble there, but we'll see. Oh, stupid me. I forgot to put the tape. I can get that off. We have a placement tape. You're not supposed to chalk that mark. It's you're supposed to chalk that mark on a on whatchamacallit there. Because we waxed it, it came right off. So far, this is what the bunny looks like. Isn't he so cute? Adorable. He looks really good. There's only one tiny, tiny area where it bled on the tail, but I can get that once it dries. So we're going to hit this with a little bit of heat. And our chalk paste does dry fairly quickly. The new Creamy Dreamy chalk paste will take a few more minutes extra to dry than the original chalk paste, but you never have to add water to that chalk paste. I feel like it's extra dark. You know what? I forgot to put on a couple lights. Let me see if that'll help. Excuse me while I put on a light. Let's see if that helps at all. Okay. Oh, that brightens it up a little bit. Okay. So I want to make sure that he's absolutely dry, because when you layer, your chalk paste has to be dry underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this stuff over. If I could pick this up with my nails. This is nail problems. I can't pick it up. Only me. Let me just clean this up because we're going to let that dry a little bit. I always like to wipe the edge of my paste. That helps it seal better in your jar. Okay, there's the white. You know, while the white is drying, we can look at some of these little flowers that are on here, because I'm going to do a little flower in this corner. I think I'm going to do this flower here, maybe two. Maybe I'll do a big one and a little one. And we're going to do peony. This is a light pink. It's a beautiful pink color. And this is our Creamy Dreamy chalk paste. I've not used it before. Hey, Lisa. A little cramped. See, I can use more space. You're so funny. Hey, Nancy. Lisa said I could use more space. He's in the other room. I don't know if he's still watching. That's so funny. I have so much stuff in this space that I have, but I could really use a bigger space. When you get a new paste, it's going to come with this foam seal. You do want to make sure that you keep the seal. And oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. It's so creamy. I'm going to take a glue dot and put this in my lid with a glue dot so it stays in. That's how I've been doing it. I know some people have been taking hot glue or something, but I'll just put a glue dot. So now I always have my foam lid in the new Creamy Dreamy chalk paste. So I'm just going to give this a little stir. Oh my gosh, this is the creamy chalk paste. Can you guys see that? It doesn't need any water at all. It's gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna finish fuzzing our little piece because it's brand new, never used. So you want to fuzz it up. And make sure my fingers are clean. And I'm gonna put this one, let me see the other flowers. We're gonna put that one right up top, I think. I'm going to press down just in the silk screen area. I'm going to take a little bit of chalk paste and just, oh my gosh, this stuff is great. I barely used any at all. I mean, normally you don't use that much, but with this, it's really not that much. Oh, so cute. So cute so far. I want to put more flowers next to it, so I'm going to try to dry this. And this is peony. It's a nice light pink little spring color. I'm not technically making this an Easter bunny. It's just a bunny, a cute little spring bunny. Let's let that come down to room temperature. This bunny is dry completely. That feels pretty dry. I don't want to press on it too hard because I'm new to using the Creamy Dreamy. That was only like the first time I think I used it actually. Oh no, I did use the pistachio the other day. And I think the shimmer melon too I used the other day. I forget. And we're gonna do a little one right next to it. And drop a little on there. Squeegee on, squeegee off. And the other one was not dry. Now it looks distressed. So it's going to be a learning curve for the new paste. But it still looks adorable. And I can go over that again. So I'm going to also pull off this greenery and fuzz that. And we're going to use pistachio. Pretty sure I used this pistachio. Oh, the glue dots, guess what? Don't work. Didn't stick to my... It didn't stick. Maybe I do have to use hot glue. I'm going to let this dry a second. If you're just hopping on, please say hello. This is our bunny duo. Comes with 2 bunnies. And these are the overlays for our cutouts. We sell white cutouts. Like the heart cutouts. I don't have the bunnies, but I did heart cutouts for Valentine's Day. It's just the same exact type of thing. They're nice and thick and double-sided. You can do both sides of the bunny. You would just have to flip the transfer. All right, while that's drying, I'm going to move on to back to this. And I'm doing this in the overlay. You said you wanted roast beef. That's what she said she wanted. They're eating dinner. I didn't eat yet because I wanted to make sure I got on before the storm's rolling in. Hey, Lisa, do you have the storm down by you yet? Because we have nothing up here. It's been a sunny day, and they're like, oh, tornado warning, or watch, tornado watch. It's just kind of like, just cloudy right now, but it's been mostly sunny all day. Now with this, it does have the registration marks. I'll try to remember not to chalk them. And you're supposed to line those registration marks up, but because I'm doing this on a small frame that doesn't have a place for those registration marks, I'm just going to eyeball it over the top. Not yet. They've been, yeah, us too, pushing it later and later. All right, I am now going to take a little bit of wax and I'm just going to apply that with my finger just on top of the bunny, because I'm going to be putting this overlay over him and it's going to add a little character to his body. You can leave it just like it is, but I am going to add the details to the bunny. I like using my finger to apply it because I don't want to press too hard. I'm just going to lightly go over it to buff it out a little bit. And pray I line it up okay. It's a good thing I can see through the transfer, so that's good. I can see where I'm lining this up. It looks good to me. I'm only doing this area is slightly low, but I mean everything else looks okay. I'm gonna take my placement tape and put it on the bottom so I don't get chalk paste on the bottom here. I'm gonna line it up. You know what? I'll do it on top. Because I don't want to get chalk paste past where I actually want it to be. And don't do this mark. You know what? I better cover that mark too, because I'm going to end up hitting that that little mark that you're supposed to use to line it up. Okay, now I'm going to take a stir stick just to mix this paste up, make sure it's okay. It's good. Perfect. And I'm going to take a mini squeegee. I'm just going to put on a little paste. I'm just putting it on the areas that I want to chalk. That's the silk screen. You get into that little nose area. Now I'm going to take all that excess off. I was going to say, isn't it mellow yellow? Okay. Now we're going to pull. Cute. And that's a little detail on the little bunny. Madison, I'm calling Lisa. Maddie, Nick and Joe's mommy says have a good dinner. Thank you. She says thank you. I don't know if you heard her. Okay, let me give this a little bit of a dry. Now I'm going to add, excuse me, I'm going to add a little pistachio for the greenery. Pistachio is our brand new color. I'm going to add a little sprig here. And we're just going to peel that up. And I'm going to add a sprig over here. I'm going to put the rest back in my jar and peel that off. There we go. See, now I let that flour dry really well this time, and I didn't pull up any pink. See how that looks cute? Just a little spring bunny decor. We're going to add a bow, and then he'll be done. And then we'll move on to the t-shirt. You heard her. Good. I know it gets loud in here sometimes, and they're, you know, in the next room eating dinner, watching TV, whatever. I don't have a little hideaway. When let's see, this flour, I'm waiting for my hot glue gun to what shall I call it? This is our board eraser. This is what you use to wipe your transfers. Usually you would take this to the sink and clean it up. A little more water. They're kind of like a little magic eraser, but there's no chemicals in them. We'll see about maybe putting this back down and fixing that flour. It's not really bad, it's just slightly distressed, which I like stuff like that, but for the sake of, let's say you don't like it, I want to show you how you can fix it. I'm just using the microfiber side of this cloth to dry my transfer after I just washed it with the water and the board eraser. Okay, we're gonna refuzz that. I'm done with the pistachio. It does have to dry because I can definitely still see that it's wet. So we'll give that a second. And I'll hit it with the dryer too. Let me just throw this stuff. Oh, actually, we're going to use this one again. I'm just going to close up this other stuff I'm not using. Especially with my older paste, it should not be left out, whereas the new paste, you can leave it out all night and forget to close it up and you'll be fine. And what the heck did I just do? I just got white paste from somewhere all over my bottle. What? I must have hit this into my white paste when it was open. I got all white chalk paste up in this handle for some reason. I don't know how that even happened. Okay. All clean. Okay, the black I want to close. Tighten that down. Wipe my fingers again. Even worse. I knew I had baby wipes somewhere. And we're just going to clean this up. You're a hot mess. Well, I get pretty messy. I mean, I pulled out 3 of these. Good thing they're from the dollar store and cheap. I try to keep things organized, but it really just does not happen that easily. Okay. Let's check this out because I think that pistachio is still wet. I don't want to put it over the top and then it not be good. And let's check this out. Okay, good. This is working, so I can grab my little bow. I made this little bow. It's so cute to go on the bunny. I'm just going to put a little dab on here. And we're going to put that right here, right on his little neck. Just going to press and hold that till it dries. And also, I'm thinking about it. Let me fix this little... The transfer bled very, very slightly in this corner, the paste, so just scratching that off. That's all gone. And I'm just going to wipe off the paste I just took off. Perfect. All right, now let me make sure this pistachio is dry. I'm going to try not to press down on that pistachio at all. I'm going to try. Now I have to figure out how this flower goes. I think it goes like this. Oh boy, this is going to be a jigsaw puzzle. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm placing this back over the peony flower that I lifted. And I'm going to take a little bit of the peony chalk paste and fill that back in where I accidentally pulled up the paste. I'm going to carefully pull this up. Boom. Not perfect, but good for me. It looks like that flower is now darker than the other one. But cute. Really, really cute. This is my little spring bunny. I don't have any of the transfers that say Easter on them, so I was like, I'm just going to make a little spring bunny. And I love the little black and white. See? He's cute. Isn't it cute?
Hi.
And this side is also ready for you to do something else on as well. So you have one side done, and then you can flip it over and do something different. You could just do something else spring here or summer. So you can have him facing out for spring, whoops, and flip it over and have something else for summer. So I'll probably do that, but it's so cute, my little bunny.
He is cute.
All right, so now let me clean this stuff up.
It's kind of heavy, just a little.
It is. Those box frames are very, very sturdy box frames.
A little ribbon is cute.
Yep. Let me just get this in, clean up my jar a second, and we're going to switch gears and we're going to go over and do this t-shirt.
You what t-shirt? Which t-shirt?
I'm going to do Fierce and Fabulous.
Fierce and Fabulous on what t-shirt?
That one that's sitting right there. Right there.
Oh, this?
So let's get my paste out of the way.
Whose is it? Dad's,
This
Kevin's,
is our ink,
mine?
and it clearly says
Yours?
ink right on it. You used to be able to tell the difference because paste was black ink and chalk paste was black lids and ink was the white lids. When COVID happened, our 3-ounce containers weren't available anymore. And so they had to change. So some of the chalk paste, this is my shimmer gold, has a white lid, but the label says paste. So you have to be very careful with COVID. If you get something that has a white lid and says paste, it's not ink. But I think that now that things are starting to come back to normal, that
But there's
everything,
paste with a black lid.
yeah, paste is supposed to be a black lid.
It's called bright white.
But everything is starting to come back. All right, I don't need my fuzzing cloth. I don't need this. Can you just put that to the side, please?
Mm-hmm.
Can you know what? Just go put it somewhere.
Whose is this? Mine? Yours?
We're gonna move this stuff out of the way. Leave that. It's nobody's.
You're just making it?
Yeah.
No one?
I'm showing everyone. No, I don't want that there. I said, could you just go please put it somewhere?
Okay.
Go find like, a little spot for it.
Next to the welcome.
Okay. Yes, I did the welcome tile last night. All right, so I'm gonna shut this off. I'm gonna need my blow dryer. We're just gonna switch gears.
You're welcome.
They saw that last night, babe.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just showing it again. Does it really matter?
I'm gonna slide my Easy Press over. If you do not have an Easy Press, you can use a regular iron. Now you want to set your Easy Press to, this is 100% cotton, I believe. Yeah. So this can be set to, I think it's 325. So I'm going to raise the temperature to 325 and we're going to set our timer for 30 seconds. That's on the Easy Press. For an iron, you're going to do whatever the clothing temperature says. If you have a cotton setting, obviously you're going to use a cotton setting for this. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta get out my mat. These are our ink mats, and this was one piece, but I felt that it was a little cumbersome to use it as one piece, so I cut it. And then I cut my other one even in half again to do a sleeve. This is our ink mats. It is similar to a Cricut mat. So if you don't have a Cricut mat or an ink mat of ours, you can use a Cricut mat. So what we're going to do is remove this, set that aside, and we're going to do the best we can to get this in the shirt. I always have trouble with shirts like with the sticky. You don't want it to stick too much, but then you're fighting the sticky. So it's good to kind of roll it like this and then stick it in the shirt and then let it open on the shirt. And then you have to fuss with your placement of your design and where you want the mat. But it is pretty easy. Now typically the design is going to go 3 inches from the collar. So you want to have this about 2 inches so you get your design up there. This is just an adult large t-shirt. I'm just going to make sure I have that all flat. Okay. The ink mat is used so the ink does not go through your shirt. Is there a shelf life? On what? On paste? Oh, chalk. They say that there's a 6-month shelf life on chalk. Ink, I'm really not sure, but I've been told 6 months on ink. However, I've had ink from November of 2019, not ink, chalk, from November of 2019, and it still is fine. I've just put water in it. I've gotten it mixed. Not water, sorry, distilled water. Because with the original chalk formula, you need to use distilled water only in our chalk because otherwise it'll affect the pigment. And it could, if you use regular water, because it has impurities in the water, it can cause, what am I thinking? Mold in your chalk paste. So you don't want to use regular tap water. You want to use distilled water. All right. Now, you don't have to fuzz your transfer with any kind of fabric. You will just take this off your backer sheet. My Cricut or Easy Press over there is ready to go. And I'm just going to line this up. And I'm using the tag as my center mark. So I'm going to go a little farther down like here. Okay. And it's still on my mat, right? Yep. The design is still on the mat. I'm just going to make sure I don't have any bubbles. Now with fabric and inking, you want to only go initially in one direction, and you don't want to get it on anything else. So you have to be careful. So I don't have another bigger squeegee, so I'll just have to use my mini squeegee. You're going to take your ink, it's just like chalk paste, and you're going to go in one direction and pull it through the design. You can take your time with ink because it does take longer to dry. Just pull it in one direction. You don't want the chalk to bleed under the design. So I'm just pulling it down and trying to fill it in. I'm just using black velvet ink. And just taking off the excess. And you want to make sure that you have a light touch going over your design because you can leave lines and you don't want to leave lines.
Am I in the library?
Okay. Now I'm going to put this, I don't know where I did with my other ones. Just leave it there for now. It's not going to ruin my desk because I wanted to get this closed. Okay. Now we're going to pull it up. And there you have your design. Hey, Maddie.
Yeah?
Would you take this for me, please?
Take what?
My transfer? What did I do with the backer sheet for it? Oh, it's right here. Never mind. I'll put... Yes. I wanted you to take it, but I forgot I had the backer sheet. So now this is on there. Now we have to heat set the design. But you want to make sure that your ink is dry before you use the heat press. And you also really don't want to heat it with the mat under it, but I'm going to give it a light blow dry. I'm not going to let it get too hot. Because with the heat press on, it wants to suck all my power. And my lights start to flash and the blow dryer doesn't really work. So now you want to separate your shirt from the mat. So you want to carefully do that because you don't want, I'm getting ink on my fingers. Okay. You don't want this to touch. Let me grab my mat. Usually I do like to dry it a little bit. Could you lower that, please? I don't want to, what am I trying to say? I'm losing my train of thought because of the noise in the other room. You don't want your design to touch itself. Somebody's watching me in the other room and I can hear it. It's throwing me off. I'm gonna put this back down, get this mat under it. This is my Cricut mat. And you would just use your ironing board or whatever ironing surface you use. And he's laughing. He thinks it's funny that he's interrupting me. It's great. And now I can safely dry this and not worry about it getting too hot. It just sounds like it has trouble drying. Okay. Put that over there. Now we're going to get parchment paper. You can get parchment paper or you can use a Teflon sheet, whatever you have. I have both, but I'm going to just use a piece of parchment because that's probably what you guys would have. Not everybody has a Teflon sheet. And I'm going to put that over the design like this. And then we're going to take the easy press and press for 30 seconds. And we're just going to do medium to light pressure and press it down for 30 seconds. So, what's going on? The man, what is that comment for? I don't know. Who's watching with me? I don't even know who. Lisa, Bill. Anybody having any storms where you're at? We haven't gotten anything yet. That was 30 seconds. Pull that off. I'm going to let it cool a second. We're going to run it over it again, and then we're going to flip it around and do the back. Now I folded my parchment paper because I noticed there is some ink here, because technically you're supposed to let this completely dry before you try to heat set it. Billy, there's not horrible storms in Wake Forest. Stop it. We're going to press down. We're going to just do another 30 seconds, and we're going to flip it around. We're going to do 30 seconds. You're sick as a dog. What's up, Elisa? What's wrong with you, girl? Allergies? Cold? Oh, no. COVID. That's a joke. Sorry. Could you please turn the volume off on the video? They're driving me nuts. Okay, I'm going to take my mat out, and we're going to flip the shirt around. And this is why you have to use an ink mat, because the inks can bleed through the actual material. And we're going to put this in. As my glasses are falling off my head. I'm just going to grab my parchment paper. Again, that fell. And I'll press 30 seconds on this side. Strep throat, and now you have it. China virus. Yeah, they're saying up here, I know you guys usually get a lot of tornadoes down in that part of North Carolina, but up this end, we're just have a tornado watch. But we've always said we're in a really good location here. Like, we never seem to get the really harsh weather that others get around the state. It seems like everybody below us and above us get tornadoes and really bad weather. So we're just going to check this out. This should be completely fine now. Let me just feel it. That's perfect. If it felt tacky at all, that would mean that it wasn't done. So can you guys see that? Perfectly, no weeding of vinyl or anything, and you're all done with a t-shirt. It didn't take much time at all. So that's what I have for you guys, but I do want to mention, which I forgot to mention earlier, was the Chalk Night event that my team is hosting. We're having a huge Chalk Night event. Everyone, US and Canada, are invited to join this event. It's free to join the Zoom. However, it is let's see, what is it? It's you have to buy a Try Me kit, one of our 6 new Try Me kits that is in my shop. There's also an event linked to the VIP group, and there's a link for it on my business page, and it's just called Chalk Night. If you go to the events section of my business page, you'll see it. You order a Try Me kit. They run on average around $20, and you'll get that shipped to you. You have to order if you want to participate by at least April 1st because of shipping delays. With COVID, everything is severely backed up. We've had multiple cargo ships awaiting customs off the coast in LA forever now. For weeks was our first batch, and today we actually had a nice restock of some new stuff for the same reason, because everything is so backed up and delayed. So shipping right now is around 10 days. So that's why we want to ensure that everybody who wants to participate in the Chalk Night gets their kit as soon as possible. So if you're interested, grab a kit on my shop. There's a link, like I said, in the event page. Once you do purchase a kit, I'll receive an email, and then I'll shoot you an email to get you registered for the event. it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to give away prizes and games and all kinds of things for that chalk night, and I can't wait. It looks like it's going to be so much fun. Also, if you're not a Club Couture member, we have a monthly subscription service that's only a 3-month subscription. It's $19.99 a month US, $26.99 a month Canadian. When you're a club member, you also get discounted shipping, a flat rate shipping of $4.95 on anything you buy in the catalog or on my shop, anything that you buy. We also have monthly specials. Right now, the March Club Couture special is a triple play, I believe it's called, and it's a 3-pack of 3 chalk pastes in the Creamy Dreamy formula, as I just showed you tonight, with the pistachio and the peony, which is the Creamy Dreamy formula. So that's the you get those. Sorry, the triple play packs are 25% off for club members. Again, if you want to get into the VIP group, type VIP in the comments. If you want more information about Club Couture, type club in the comments. And if you want to join my team and grab that kit, maybe become a hobbyist or try to start your own business with Chalk Couture, type join in the comments and I can get you more information. Our kit is $99 and it's a value of $250. And it has 5 of our chalk pastes as well as transfers, 2 surfaces, excuse me, and some starter business transfers as well. So there's a lot of good stuff in that kit too, and it's great too for hobbyists. You get the kit, and then you also get to buy all the items you like at a discount, and our commission is really nice. So if you want any more information about anything, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed our projects tonight. Madison took the other one away. I shouldn't have made her do that because I should have showed it at the end. This is the t-shirt we made. Let me grab my bunny so I can re-show that real quick. My adorable spring bunny. And our Fierce and Fabulous t-shirt. And you can also, if you guys want one, hit me up with a message and I can always do one for you, but you can also buy it yourself and you can do as many as you want. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Gotta go eat my dinner now. Bye-bye.